Hey everybody, it's Chance here with another episode of Paranormasight The Mermaid's Curse. Last time we killed someone. Or did we? Uh, more specifically, we were we kinda, got like the bad version of events with Yuza, Yuza after the events of what we already saw, after all the tragedy and everything, basically being taken away by Yumiko and Soto. And then, he was very depressed. He was very depressed and kind of just like, whatever. But then, we went to the other version of events where we interacted with forgot the name of it, but the thing in the sea that we saw in the very, very beginning of the game that seemed like a red herring, basically, until now when, strangely enough, Yuza seems to just kind of know stuff all of a sudden. And so he is trying to figure out some stuff with the mirrors and trying to keep Kikuko from killing everybody. At the same time, as Avi, we got a sudden urge to go to the jetty and talk to Kikuko. And then, in one version of events, we killed Kikuko with the Curse of the Forsaken Fish. In the other sense, we paralyzed her and stopped her and took her Curse Stone away. I basically did the version of events where we took the Curse Stone away. It seems we're still missing stuff from that event, so it's not completely completed yet, but I'm not sure if the way to complete that is to do additional stuff. I don't know. I have no idea. Start game? But, we're... Oh yeah, we also got the Mockingbird relationship chart. We definitely missed a bunch of them, so we probably could have gotten this sooner, but that's life sometimes. So we're missing certain stuff here. And it seems that from this, it is standoff and start from Kikuko's attack. So Kikuko has been subdued. So it seems like we could progress from here depending on what we do here, so I'm not quite sure. But I've changed it so that we've dealt with Kikuko, but now let's check out what Yumiko has to say to us. Or has to say to Avi and Cersei specifically. Because we're observing this all regardless. I see, so you would be Miss Shiki, and my mouse is moving around. And you would be Miss Shiki, and you say you're a member of the police department currently looking after Cersei. My apologies for all the trouble young Cersei has caused you the other day. She's quite the mischievous little lady, I'm afraid. Oh, not at all. She certainly has some pluck for one so young. It took us quite by surprise, in fact. You would be Cersei's guardian, then? Oh, no, we're related to be sure, but she's really more of my guide cum bodyguard, if anything. I see. Since when was I your bodyguard as well? I'm afraid that circumstances may dictate that we have to take Cersei back to Tokyo with us, though. Is that so? That would be quite the bother. Personally, I'd rather avoid having to do so as well. There's a case here that needs our urgent attention, you see. So I'd appreciate it if you cooperated without any fuss. That would depend on what you ask, I'm afraid. We currently stand in front of the torii at the top of the hill. The elevation gives a beautiful view of both the town and the bay. People were starting to gather at the jetty, so we decided to move our conversation here. Let's take a look. I gotta do my due diligence. Any mockingbirds? Should have been doing this sooner, but you know. You get caught up with moving the story forward that you forget. About the real plot of the game. Alright, doesn't seem to be any around. Nope, wrong button. Cersei is currently meant to be in the care of paranormal affairs, but has been shirking her training to travel around the country instead. She's very talented for one so young, and has a lot of guts too. I can't help but root for people like her. More than anything, I know how they feel. I'd like to leave her be if possible. This man, Avi, is apparently a fantasy writer, but he comes across as quite the shifty sort. I don't doubt he'll start trying to throw us off his trail the moment he senses danger. I'll have to watch my step around him. Soto is keeping a close eye on Avi and Cersei for me. It's thanks to his clear understanding of our respective roles that I can focus fully on the conversation at hand. What were you doing down at the jetty just now? Oh, so you didn't see anything that happened before that then. Okay, so they didn't see the possible murder. That might change if we murdered her. Would it be inconvenient for you if we'd had? Nonsense, my hands are as clean as my conscience, not a spot in sight, I assure you. Never mind that now. We don't have the time. There are several things we want to ask you. Oh, and what would those be? First, I think we should talk about the incident this morning. Miss Somekawa was discovered washed up on the Futamigara coast as a corpse, with half her body having been turned into a fish. Well, I'll be. To think she would have met such a fate. I'm truly sorry to hear that. This wouldn't be your doing, would it? We have eyewitness reports that you were 2 days ago heading out to sea with Miss Somekawa by boat. Oh, well. We did indeed head out to the bay for a little chat, but turning into her fish, not in a million years. What did you discuss with Miss Somekawa then? Why, what else? Mermaids, of course. Mermaids? Indeed, Cersei and I are here in the Isashima on the grand adventure to find mermaids. And we just happened to find out that Miss Somekawa was a member of a clan with a strong relation to them. Of course she would catch our interest. I see, so you knew that Miss Somekawa was the descendant of the sole survivor of Taishima. Oh, so you knew that too. I suppose I should expect nothing less of a member of the Paranormal Affairs Bureau. You wouldn't happen to know anything about the mermaids of Taishima as well, would you? Maybe I do, maybe I don't. Did you learn what you wanted from Miss Somekawa then? Oh yes, we caught quite the haul of lucrative information from her. The knowledge that one of the Taishima mermaids lived among the hidden depths of Ise Bay until a scant few months ago, for one. What? Oh, that got your interest, did it? I see. She must have been able to go back to Ryugu when the seal broke 3 months ago. So you even know about Ryugu. You seem quite well versed in these matters, Miss Shiki. Maybe just a bit. So, now that you know there are no longer any mermaids to be found here, have you given up looking for them? Hardly. There should be one more mermaid out there somewhere. We're here today to see if we can't glean some hint as to her whereabouts, in fact. Ah, I see. You currently have the curse housing the Curse of the Forsaken Fish, don't you? What's that? A curse stone? I'm afraid I haven't the foggiest idea of what you're on about. Ugh. This is far more trouble than it's worth. I'll ask Soto to take a look. Soto, what do you make of these two? I can sense an ominous spiritual energy lingering around them. It's all but certain that they have cursed stones. I see. We don't have time to play games then. It seems the direct approach would be best here. Wait, you mean the both of them have cursed stones? Yes, both of them. The girl is managing to camouflage the energy from the one she has, but I managed to catch sight of it for a moment. So we're dealing with 2 cursed stones, are we? I clicked the wrong button. Cersei, you're so short. By the way, Cersei, I was told to tell you to return to Tokyo at once if I saw you. What? But I don't want to. I thought you'd say that. Well, I was only asked to tell you, no more. No less. What you choose to do with the message is up to you. Thanks, I think. It's no use trying to play innocent. We know you have the cursed stone housing the Curse of the Forsaken Fish. You are persistent, aren't you? Well, my answer hasn't changed. I haven't the faintest idea of what you mean. Avi, they already know. Just give it up. What's this? Stabbed in the back, and by my own kin, no less. How could you? Its spiritual energy is too powerful to hide. I can tell that man over there has already noticed it. Thank you for your help. You saved us quite a bit of trouble just now. Does that mean you'll let us go? I'm afraid we won't be able to just yet, no. After all, you have a cursed stone too, don't you? Yeah, I do. We ran into someone trying to use it earlier, so I took it off them. Is that so? Honestly, I'd rather you took it off my hands if possible. You don't seem to be planning to do any harm with it. I suppose I can leave that topic for later. So, why are you letting Avi here walk around with the curse of the Forsaken Fish? To let him live out his dreams, I suppose. I'm afraid that makes for a poor reason. Alright, I'll admit it was me. I didn't want to give it up, so I asked Circe if I could hold on to it. I couldn't just let it go, not after it had such a close link with mermaids. I see. So that is the curse stone for the curse of the Forsaken Fish. How did you come into possession of that curse stone? Well, that would be a bit of a long story. It started when I found a mermaid mummy left in my great-grandmother in the old storage family closet back in the States. That mermaid mummy ended up containing a map, one with a riddle to be solved no less. That riddle led us to a mysterious box on the seabed. Once we solved the puzzle sealing the box shut, we found this curse stone nestled within. Oh, mermaid mummy, you say? It seems that the keepsake passed down from your ancestor was indeed a cursed stone then. Huh? By the by, I thought I heard you saying something about the Onmyoji who sealed away this cursed stone just now? Am I correct in thinking that they were the ancestor of this young man here? That's right. He was an Onmyoji by the name of Harukage Tsukimikado. It is said that he hid a clue to lifting the Merton curse with the mermaid mummy, hence our search for the object in question. I see, and that mermaid mummy ended up crossing the Pacific, passing from hand to hand until it reached my great-grandmother. It's quite the miracle that this curse stone is here with us today. Almost romantic, don't you think? I suppose you could say that, yes. There's no doubt that Miss Somikawa was transfigured into a fish by the curse of the Forsaken Fish. And it's looking extremely likely that you have the curse stone that would make that possible. No more excuses. Tell us what really happened. Ugh. Alright, you got me. I'll talk, though don't blame me if the tale ends up being too incredible for your ears. I see. It would seem that Miss Somikawa had quite the twisted obsession with mermaids. And you sought to grant her wish by using the curse of the Forsaken Fish. Is that right? Correct. I know exactly how it feels, you see. The burning desire to see your dreams realized. And the overwhelming despair upon learning that they can never be. The desperate hope to see even the slightest part of your wish fulfilled at the end. Perhaps that's why I couldn't ignore her wish. The wish to meet her at the hands of the mermaid's curse. Hearing Miss Somikawa's fervent plea and seeing her cast herself into the water like that. I knew this was the ending she wanted for her tale, and so I decided to grant it, an elegy for a woman bound by her lineage and consumed by her obsession. I see. I understand where you're coming from, and I can't say I don't sympathize with your feelings on the matter. The fact that she entered the water of own accord must be taken into account. I imagine it would have made rescuing her quite difficult. Oh, well then you're willing to give me a pass, are you? I'm afraid that isn't my decision to make. Once we've finished our business on Kamishima, I imagine you'll have to come with us I'll imagine you'll have to come along with us to the office back in Tokyo. I'll do my best to see if some sort of arrangement can be reached, though. Oh, how kind of you. Good thing I thought to ask. Thank you for telling us what happened with Miss Somikawa. As of now, I don't see any reason to doubt your version of events. My thanks. I'll leave the negotiation up to you then. By the way, did you happen to glimpse the resentful memories contained within that curse stone? I did indeed. A veritable deluge of information, and 400-year-old information at that. Was the way to lift the curse of the raging waves included in that information? It certainly was. Ah! That's it. That's what we're looking for. I see. So you're looking for a way to lift the curse or other, huh? That's the long and short of it. Will you let us have that curse stone of yours, then? It's too dangerous to leave unaddressed as it is, so we can't leave it with you either way. But that just feels so unfair, you know? I was the one who found the map and solved the riddle. Why the curse stone would still be at the bottom of the sea if it wasn't for me? Ugh. It's hardly been cheap running back and forth like this. I don't know if I could just give you something so important in return of nothing. Looking to take advantage of the situation, are we? Yikes. Ha! Judge me all you want. I'm at the end of my rope here too, you know? So what is it then you're after? Money? No. Well, first of all, I'd like you to take a blind eye to the fact that I used a curse stone. And I'd like you to spill the beans on any knowledge you have on mermaids as well. Turning a blind eye might be a bit much, I'm afraid. All I can promise is that there's an attempt to reach some sort of deal. In any case, I don't have time to mess around, and I would really appreciate it if you cooperated without any further fuss. If you don't, you may have having to get a bit rough. Oh, intimidation, is it? But if you think your boorish threats scare me, think again. My trusty bodyguard here will. Sorry, but no. I don't feel well, and we're at a disadvantage here anyway. Ah, over beginning before it even began. A wise decision, young lady. So that's your game, is it? Abusing your authority to seize the property of a defenseless, powerless civilian. State violence, I say. Ugh. You do have a curse stone, though. I doubt anyone would object to the use of force against an opponent carrying a lethal weapon. What? Seriously? This is really the end of the line, then. Well, if it really is just information on mermaids you want, I'm not opposed to telling you that much. Only within the bounds of what I know, though. Would that be acceptable? You mean it, really? Huzzah! Then that's an offer I can't refuse. Continue the deal. Done and dusted. Ma'am, it's best if we can get things settled without a fuss. Besides, I don't think it should be a problem now. So, what is it that you want to know about mermaids, then? Though I wager you're after the secrets of immortality. Immortality? Oh no. All I want to do is meet a real-life mermaid. 'Tis not but dreams and adventure that drive me. Really? That's it? Well, even if you had been after immortality, I doubt it would have been possible. What? You mean the mermaids about mermaids being able to grant immortality is false? They're not. I've encountered a fair share of people who have become immortal that way after all. There's even a word for these individuals. They're known as 800-year immortals. 800-year immortals? So they do exist. Incredible! What became of the third Taishima mermaid then? The one known as Nagame? She hasn't returned to Ryugu, has she? She hasn't. Sobai is the only mermaid who returned to Ryugu at the end. Oh, so she's still out there, roaming the mortal world as we speak. You could say that, but you could also say she's no longer here. What do you mean? Don't tell me she died. Well, that would also wouldn't be entirely accurate. Oh. What is it, Cersei? I think I've got it. Figured it out, have you? What, really? What do you mean? Think back on what we heard before. Before? There's not much point in dragging it out, so I'll go ahead and tell you. The mermaid known as Nagame became human. Nagame gave up her existence as a mermaid long ago. She no longer lives as a mermaid, but as a human. Ah, now that you mention it, this is familiar. You mean to tell me that story was true? Oh, you've heard of these events before. I suppose Miss Sumikawa must have heard about it from Sobai. But could a mermaid really have become human? Mermaids are originally from another world, right? Normally, it would be unthinkable, yes. But it seems a certain talented psychic managed to make the impossible happen. At no small cost to himself, I might add. Wow, that's amazing. I can't believe why she would do such a thing, though. Why not remain a mermaid? It seems like a bit of a waste to me. Well, Nagami was a bit different from the other two mermaids, you say. They were serious and dutiful, but Nagami was strongly drawn to the mortal world and to the humans who live in it. I suppose you could say she was the opposite of Miss Somikawa, in a way. You don't say. More than anything. It seems she was particularly drawn to the idea of becoming human, finding the person of her dreams and marrying them, of getting to be their bride. That's a pretty cute dream to have. I guess not all mermaids are the same, huh? Indeed, to think a mermaid could harbor the same hopes and dreams as humans do. I must say she sounds quite relatable. It's her, right? it's like for surezies? Perhaps. I imagine she was viewed quite as the odd soul among her kind, though. Yeah, judging from the way she's talking, I don't... Is she revealing it? Or it's more like... She may be Nagame, but it might also be a situation where, like... Nagame went through a transformation, which means she's not the same as she was before. But now she's Yumiko, who is different. Then, a few decades ago, Nagame happened to meet a certain psychic. The two soon fell in love. And Nagame, who wanted more than anything else to become that man's wife, asked him if there was any way that she could become a human. The psychic searched far and wide for a way to grant her wish, and after decades of toil, he found a secret art that would allow her to do so. Oh, such unconditional love, such ardent devotion. A mermaid who wished to become human to be with the love of her life. It's like the tale of the Little Mermaid reborn in the modern era. Truly a story to grip the heart. How could I not root with them with everything I have? Are you sure? That would mean we wouldn't have a mermaid to look for anymore, you know? No matter. If it's for the sake of such inspiring passion, then I care not a whit. So, Nagami became human in the end, yes, and the two of them lived happily ever after? I refuse to accept any other conclusion. Well, that's more or less what happened, so I can say with certainty that Nagami the mermaid no longer exists. I see. So she's still alive out there as a human. What a beautiful tale. I wish I could meet her solely to offer the most heartfelt congratulations. No, I think wedding gifts are in order. Avi seems to be enjoying himself, but this means there's no chance of us meeting a mermaid anymore, right? Ah, now that you mention it, that is a problem. I thought so. A question then, Miss Shiki. I don't suppose there would be a way for us to go to Ryugu and meet a mermaid there, would there? I'm afraid not. It's impossible for a flesh and blood human to cross over to the eternal world. Indeed, you would have to be dead for any chance of getting there. Ah, just as I feared. There's little point in getting there without a life to savor it. Although, does that mean there's the chance that Miss Omekawa was able to make it to Ryugu in the end? That I don't know. Not everyone ends up in Ryugu after death, after all. I see. So I'll just have to hope that she was able to meet the mermaids she so admired in the afterlife. She's saying it without saying it, you know? That would be all I can tell you there. Are you willing to give us your curse stone now? That would explain why she was able to see 800-year immortals. Because they come from mermaid flesh, of which she was. I'm assuming that's what they're essentially implying. I could be wrong, but I don't know. Well, knowing that we have no chance of meeting a mermaid now has thoroughly dashed my hopes and dreams. But you did share with us a most charming tale of mermaid love and longing, so I suppose I can't complain. Here, the cursed stone. Thank you. Soto, could you take a look at it for me? Very well. I see. If you don't mind, there are a few details I'd like to confirm with you before continuing, Avi. Very well, go ahead and ask me anything you'd like. I'll even give you the map we used. It originally belonged to you and yours, after all. Thank you, in that case. I see. I think I know how to lift the curse of the raging waves now. Finally. It certainly has been a long road to get here. I'll tell you what time I want. Okay. So that's already done. Still, you certainly are knowledgeable about mermaids. Where on earth did you get all this information from? Well, let's just say I have my sources. I suppose we can put this down to the vast knowledge of the Paranormal Affairs Bureau as well, huh? He hasn't realized yet. What do you mean? It's nothing. Don't worry about it. Yumiko was formerly a mermaid by the name of Nagame. Unlike her more serious compatriots Hayase and Sobai, Nagame was a free-spirited by nature and held a keen interest in both humans and the mortal world. She was even known to break the rules, to sneak out and observe human society, something which put her at odds with the other two mermaids and led to her being viewed as something of a maverick. When the entrance of Tryugu was sealed 400 years ago to suppress the curse of the raging waves, rendering the remaining mermaids unable to go home, Sobai was overcome by grief. However, Nagame was thrilled and seized the opportunity to travel the world at her leisure, which deepened the rift between her and Sobai. For the next 350 years, Nagame bore witness to the lives of countless humans around the globe, from every culture and era. Her yearning for life in human society continued to grow, and she was particularly enamored by the concepts of marriage and becoming a bride, finding the idea of pledging one's life to someone and living hand in hand with them enthralling. It was this when she found herself longing for it above all else. About 50 years ago, Nagame met a certain talented psychic in Japan, and the two quickly fell in love. And Nagame, who by that point earnestly wished that she could give up being a mermaid and live among humans in the mortal world, asked him if there was any way she'd become a human. Wanting to fulfill her wish, the psychic began to search for a long secret art that would allow her to assume human form. The two overcame countless hardships together in their quest for the art, and after decades of searching, not only did they find it, but finally succeeded in perfecting it. However, the secret art that would grant Nagame her wish demanded a heavy price. For a mermaid, a being who lacked a mortal form in the material world, to gain a human body, the caster's own body would have to be sacrificed. Using this art would render them unable to live side by side as humans as they longed to do. The two agonized over their decision. Despite their decade-long search, the different worlds in which they lived continued to keep them apart. As a mermaid, Nagame could neither join him on land nor appear before others. The life together they yearned for remained a distant dream. In the end, the two chose the secret art they could be together in the mortal world. Even when Nagame learned that the psychic Itensai Shiki only appeared to the young due to his supernatural abilities, having been born in the Edo period and already over 100 years old by that time, she loved him no less. Thus did Nagame become the mermaid, become Itensai Shiki's human wife, Yumiko Shiki, a name given to her by Itensai himself. Although the process of gaining a human body meant that she lost many of the memories and abilities she had possessed during her time as a mermaid, she retained all the memories and feelings from her time spent with Itensai, which more than was enough for Yumiko. Since then, Yumiko has enjoyed a fulfilling life with her human nature and her relationship with Itensai, bringing her immense joy. Because of this, she is insistent that her primary identity be that of a housewife, to the extent that she always chooses clothing that will allow her to return to the tackling housework at a moment's notice. However, the human body she has gained still differs from those of regular humans. Though she appears to age slowly compared to those around her, it is entirely unknown how long her lifespan will end up being. Following her rebirth as a human, Yumiko decided to pay a visit to Sobai in the depths of Issei Bay to explain her decision and introduce her partner. Abandoning her form as a mermaid to become human was a grave violation of the rules they were bound to, and she expected Sobai to receive the news with utter contempt, if not sever her ties with Yumiko completely. But her expectations were pleasantly subverted. Sobai himself had since forged her own deep bond of love and trust with Mari Minakuchi, one that similarly transcended their respective species, and understood her feelings, thanking her for introducing Itensai to her. However, Sobai never showed herself to Yumiko after that. After many twists and turns in their quest for happiness, the spirit of Itensai Shiki, who sacrificed his body so that Yumiko could live as a human, had come to dwell in the body of a small dog, and he continues to enjoy retirement and a sad, quiet life at Yumiko's side in his home in Tokyo to this day. That's good. That's good. Soto's mentor is a small dog. Even before his retirement, and despite his current form, he remained an active force in the industry, having devoted his time to such things as taking Soto Kiryu on as his protege after discovering his potential, assisting with the management of the Paranormal Affairs Bureau for old time's sake, and sending Yumiko, who knew of the bureau and the work it did, to help out some of its members. Well, that explains why he's unable to come. That's so funny. That's so funny. Let's see. There we go. Let's read Kikuko. I didn't realize there was an update here. While aimlessly drifting from job to job, unable to find something she wanted to do, Kikuko happened to meet Kipe Ikoma, who was president of one of the companies she ended up working for. It was then that Kipe revealed a surprising secret to her. Kikuko was in fact one of the illegitimate children of the wealthy tycoon, one Yoshiatsu Yamashina, and she had been entrusted to a childish couple to raise their own. Kikuko had always believed herself special in some way, and learning that she was originally of high birth only served to validate that belief, leading to developing a strong sense of pride. Upon learning of Kikuko's background, and taking note of her dissatisfaction with the current lot in life, Kipe opted to try and help her make her his pawn by successfully manipulating her sense of self-importance. His endeavors paid off. Tired of what she perceived as a stifling, monotonous life, and driven by both her admiration for Kipe and desire to be recognized by Yoshiatsu, so she could live the life she believed she deserved, Kikuko agreed to return to Kamishima and act as his agent there. Fueled by her ambitions and exhilarated by the sense that she had become the star of one of the spy movies she had been so popular in her childhood, Kikuko's mind was set. She had no longer cared if people died or her hometown was destroyed as long as she meant she could fulfill her goals. Let's move on to the topic of Circe's cursed stone, shall we? Oh, right, here it is. One of the locals we ran into was planning to use the cursed stone to cause a massacre, so we confiscated it. Goodness, that's far more disturbing than I was imagining. It sounds like you were lucky to escape unscathed. Where's the local now? We managed to subdue her after taking her cursed stone. I don't think she'll wake up for a while, so could you get someone to take her away? Alright, we'll make the necessary arrangements later. So who was this would-be mass murderer, and what was she planning to do? She said her name was Kukiko Tsutsui, but she didn't have any spirit sense to speak of, though. She tried to use her curse stone to get Avi to tell her what he knew about mermaids. Well, you managed to fend her off and take it from her. That's right. She had mirrors and business cards marked with the symbol that serves as the target for her curse, and handed them out the island in advance for whenever she needed to activate it. A premeditated crime, in other words, and quite a thorough one, too. That's quite the dangerous position you were in. I'd say if we hadn't caught on to her intentions, I'd no doubt we'd be sleeping with the fishes by now. Such is the nature of dealing with curses, I'm afraid. You never know when you might end up being the target. No need to tell me twice. I've had quite enough of curses by this point. A prudent attitude. A curse's corruption starts from the heart. Indeed. I'll be sure to remember that. Did you learn what this Kikuko was after, in the end? To be honest, I wasn't all that sure myself. Apparently, she was looking to get her hands on a mermaid to impress some tycoon named Yamashina. Seems he's looking for a way to become immortal. What? A tycoon called Yamashina who wants to become immortal? It couldn't be. Oh, you know him. Did she mention where she got the curse stone from? Could Yamashina have given it to her? Actually, it seems like it was someone else. As Kikuko would tell it, she's Yamashina's illegitimate child, but he refuses to acknowledge her. While she was pondering ways to gain his approval, this young CEO, his apprentice, swooped in. He offered her a sympathetic ear and a curse stone to use to accomplish her goal. I think that was the long and short of it. Something like that, yeah. What? So there's someone else involved? It turns out we knew the CEO she was talking about too. We were pretty shocked. So the CEO was the original owner of the curse stone, was he? What's his name? He's a young man named Kipe Koma. Though I dare say young isn't the first word that comes to mind when looking at him. What? Kipe Koma, it can't be! Huh? You know of him too? No, perhaps they simply share a name. The Kipe Koma we know should have died 6 years ago. Huh? Died? What do you mean? Would you mind taking a look at this, Avi? Huh? A portrait sketch? Who might this be? Wait. I totally forgot. Of Kipe Koma. The Kipe Koma you know wouldn't happen to look like this, would he? Kipe Koma? Oh no, he doesn't look like that at all. Yep, that isn't him. I see. He took his identity. I know I've been like I know I've been particularly saying this stuff, but He's Tomoshige, right? I'm prepared to be wrong about this, but because it's like he did technically eat the mermaid's flesh from within the what's it called? Tabatabako. Because it already had it, but it was old. So is there like a timeline that needs to be completed or just whenever? So I don't know if he became immortal, but it would make some sense. Because there was someone who was, like, again, I don't think they're going to introduce an entirely new character at this point. We're too close to the end, so we have to deal with the cast that we currently have, I think. I would hope. Members of youth. Okay, they don't know how old he was though. Sure, here you go. Soto, would you mind taking a look at this one too? Of course. Interesting. Ah, this is the Curse of Tomoshige, and it has the power to cleave its target in two. Ma'am, this is it, the curse from the Toba case. I thought so. What? What's gotten everyone so excited all of a sudden? Right, I suppose we should explain. The man of this name in the sketch I showed you is Kippei Ikoma. Five bodies, but we don't know who they are. All victims are male. Okay, so the guy we know is Kippei Ikoma, I think, is Tomoshige, who has been doing these murders and hiding them and disguising himself as them so things aren't seen as suspicious. I refuse to admit my headphones fell. I think I might be right about this. I think they've given me all the clues, Mr. Detective. They've given me all the clues, and I think I'm solving it. This is the scan. The name of the man in the sketch I just showed you is Kippei Ikoma. He was killed 6 years ago, and his skeletal remains were recently found in Toba. The cause of his death was a curse, the one that kills its victims by slicing through them bone and all. In other words, it's highly unlikely he was killed by the curse within the cursed stone. It is highly likely, not unlikely, the curse of Tomoshige. Huh? Wait, but wouldn't that mean... You're telling me that Kippei Ikoma was killed 6 years ago by a curse wielded by Kippei Ikoma? Yes, in other words, the current Ikoma is an imposter. The company president is a different man. He used his curse to kill the real one 6 years ago and assumed his identity. What? You're telling me he isn't the real Ikoma? I see. So that's how it is. In that case, it's just who's the man calling himself Kippei Ikoma now? I can't say, but it seems like he's quite the dangerous fellow. Good thing we managed to take his curse stone, I'll say. Yeah, at least we shouldn't have to worry about him using his curse anymore. By the way, I believe you said that this Ikoma is Yoshiatsu Yamashina's apprentice. If that's the case, and Yamashina has someone working for him who has a curse stone, could Yamashina have been pulling the strings from behind the scenes? It's possible. We should get in touch with Detective Ide and see if he can't take Yamashina in for questioning. With any luck, he'll be able to tame Ikoma as well. Something wrong. We kind of already told Ikoma about the Forsaken Fish curse stone. He did help us out earlier after all. It only felt fair. I suppose we can assume that information has reached Yamashina as well then. Alright, he also asked us to look for a bronze mirror that was used to lift the curse of the raging waves. The still-tide mirror, I think. The still-tide mirror, huh? Just what could he be planning? Either way, it seems we'll have to keep an eye out for any movement on his hand. Interesting. We've finally gotten a hold of Forsaken Fish Curse Stone. Now we can focus on the main issue at hand. Yes, we're hoping that you could do us a little favor, Circe. It seems you don't have a mermaid to be searching for anymore, so perhaps you could use that extra time to help us out. What do you think, Avi? Very well, permission granted. How kind of you. It's nothing strenuous, I assure you. We just want to know we just want you to find out where Kipe Ikoma's current whereabouts are. After all, that's all. Oh, so just an ordinary chore then? We want to focus on getting the curse of the raging waves lifted as soon as possible, you see. It would be a huge help if you could pin him down in the meantime. He's definitely up to something, and more importantly, you know what he looks like. We'll ask the detective from EA Police to look into things there too, but one can never be too cautious. Both his true identity and goal remained unclear. Be very careful when dealing with him. I guess that means we'll have to go back to the mainland for now. We do have some time left before the last ferry is set to sail, I suppose. Okay then, I do want to find out what's going on too, so we'll see what we can do from here. Well, seems we'll be helping you out with your work then. In that case, please do consider in a word on my behalf. Alright, I see what I can do. I mean, I think it goes into his favor if we don't kill Kikuko, so I feel pretty good about that. We appreciate the help. If you learn anything of note, leave a message at the station, alright? Got it. I suppose we should see about lifting the curse of the raging waves then. Let's get in touch with Detective Ide first. We can find Wakamura after that and see if we can't get him to cooperate. Understood. Let us be on our way. Oh, and now we have a different form of events. Like, I want to finish this. I want to finish whatever's going on here. Let me see if I can just completely unlock it all. So... Oh, wait, so I missed that entire thing, okay. You must already know that the Tama Tobacco alone does not grant immortality. You also need the flesh of a mermaid. You wouldn't happen to know where to find that, would you? Tough luck. I hear Shamashin has already gotten his hands on some. Come again? Rumor has it, he came across a mermaid dead body somewhere out at sea. That's why I need the Tama Tobacco. If I gave that to him, he'd have no choice but to finally recognize my worth. Rather than a mermaid, could it be her? So what kind of curse do you possess? Dunno, don't care. Aw, come on, not even a hint? We, on the other hand, have laid pretty much all our own cards on the table already. Huh? What are you talking about? Who would do such a reckless thing? It's like gonna bother me. I mean, there's probably a version of things where you fail. Yeah, it's just, I don't... Okay, let's try... She could climb out at any second. No, it's no good. I can't bring myself to do it. I'm sorry, I can't hold it any longer. Ah. I couldn't do it. Damn it. My dream will forever be left unfulfilled. Avi! Arnhem Barnum is dead. Hey, I'm trying to get everything. Is there like a third option I can do? It's gonna annoy me so much that it's not completed. I probably don't have all the information. Again, it's gonna bother me so much that I don't have it fully completed. But as it goes, let's continue on. Point of contact, Sato Shiranami. From Unika Kudono to the rears of the raging waves, Sato and Tsukasa run around the island searching for answers to the mountain of problems before them. Let's think back to what happened. After calming down Tsukasa, who had a wrong idea after seeing me with Shotaro by the beach, I explained that at the Kantekisho ruins that I was immortal, and that Mr. Wakamura was planning to hand me over to someone called the Unkaku Dono. The two of us searched for a way to stop the curse of the raging waves. We also stopped by the Wakamura home to apologize to Shotaro, but no one was there. After that, we met with Tsuyu, and I learned about who Mari Minakuchi truly was, as well as how the curse of the raging waves had been kept at bay from the bronze mirror she left behind. We also ran into Azami. He looked desperate, saying Kamashimaru hand mirrors of what Kikuko had given me was dangerous, and he was going around collecting them. Tsukasa and I handed ours over to him, too. Well, luckily, that doesn't matter anymore. Then, after that, can't find Mr. Wakamura anywhere. We need to tell him about the bronze mirror as soon as possible. Yeah. Oh. It's those two. Oh yeah, they're the ones looking for the old man's place. Excuse me. Oh, if it isn't Sato. Good timing. I've got something to discuss if you don't mind. Oh, alright. I actually have something to ask myself. Huh? Since when do you guys know each other? Oh, right. We actually talked a bit after last time we met. These two are from the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department. They're here to lift the curse of the raging waves. Wait, seriously? Since when does the police deal in curses? We're a special unit dedicated to things like this. I hope we can be of use. Mind if I start from my side then? Oh, not at all. The good news is we figured out how to lift the curse of the raging waves. Really? You have? Wow, seriously? That's huge! The bad news is we need a few things to do it. We're in the middle of tracking them down. If that's the case, let us help you. Yeah, what do we need? Well, the first is called the Still Tide Mirror, a mirror used to hold back the curse of the raging waves. I know it! We know where that is. At least I think we do. You do? We just heard it from Tsuyu Minakuchi. I see. 5 years ago, Mari Minakuchi tried to break the curse with that mirror but failed. That explains why people blamed her for the Southern Sea disaster. If that mirror is from back then is still here, then it's very likely to be the still tide mirror. Yes, that's what I wanted to talk to you about too. You see? I see. Thank you. Sounds like the pieces are coming together. You end up passing through this intersection no matter where you go on the island. A narrow path with a gentle breeze. It makes for a nice peaceful afternoon. That's the town clock, which is sort of a symbol of the street. Standing quietly at the town's center, its gentle ticking marks the years as it watches over people's lives. Huh? I swear I just saw something catch the light behind me for a second. Ah! Sato, something wrong? No, it's just that there's a Kamishimaru keychain lying on the ground here. Ah, you're right. Who just chucked the 4 thing out here? Yeah, I almost missed it. I'll rescue it. Keychain acquired. Don't know what the use of that is. There's an old well here. These days, most houses have running water, so it isn't really used anymore. In the story Tsuyu told us earlier, the bronze mirror was apparently found at the bottom of this very well. I can't even imagine how Mari managed to find it here. That's some real tenacity. Oh right, because the story was that Hatsune killed herself by throwing herself at the bottom of a well. But why is she dressed like a housewife? She doesn't look like police at all. Well, you don't know why. The cloak must be so hot. How does he stay calm and collected? She seems like she's accepting it, but even Tsukasa probably didn't get everything from that quick explanation. Can't blame her though, I still don't fully understand it myself. But there's still one more piece we need, a descendant of the Taishima people. Which likely means Mari Minakuchi's son, Yuza Minakuchi, would be our best candidate. Yeah, that should work. Do you know where he is now? Not sure. We've been looking too, since we wanted to pass along what Tsuyu told us. Alright, we'll go search for him. Really, that would be a huge help. We'll go and secure the mirror. Time is tight. If we split up, we'll need a point of contact in case we can't find each other. Could one of you stay in one place and handle communication between us? Good plan. Good plan. Could one of you take that on? A point of contact? It would be best if it was Tsukasa. I'll go look for Yuza. Tsukasa, do you mind being the point of contact? Me? Sure, no problem. Let's see then. I'll wait by the community hall in Chuo Street. There's also a phone there we could use. Okay, we'll make contact there if anything happens. Thank you, that'll be a huge help. Alright then, we'll receive the bronze mirror first, then track down Yuza Minakuchi and work on lifting the curse. Okay then, Sato, good luck. If you find Yuza, please tell him everything Tsuyu told us. I will, leave it to me. Oh. Oh. We got a Yuza. Ooh. We got a Yuza Yumiko convo. Ooh. Ooh, what do I do? Again, this is this is gonna bother me so bad. I'm going to see if maybe it's like I can't do everything here until I have something else. Who can say? But if that doesn't end up being the case, I'll probably just look up how to do everything in this one event. But yeah, the saves are primarily, yeah, they aren't really needed for the game. They say that explicitly. You shouldn't ever really need to load your save. The main reason I do it is that sometimes, at the very least in the beginning of this LP, there were moments where the game wasn't properly recording. So it was very useful for me to like go back and like fix that. But it hasn't been an issue since, so it's more for me than anything else. Let's see. Let's continue with Sato. Sato entrusts Tsukasa with being the point of contact while she goes and searches for Yuza Minakuchi. After that, I met with Yuza and told him what I'd heard from Suyu and Miss Shiki, that we needed him to come to the community hall to lift the curse of the raging waves. But after that, I headed somewhere else. This time for my own purposes. Ooh. Let's go to the lighthouse first. Heyo. Oh, there they are. Think. Okay. Let's think about what I need to do now. These two have a special box called the Tamatobako. I need to get it from them no matter what. I have to find a way to convince them to hand it over. It's the only chance I'm going to get. I'll share what I know bit by bit to hook their interest and negotiate from there. Really, I'm not sure if I can pull it off. I have to try. There's a small outlook plaza in front of the lighthouse where you can see the sea, probably meant for tourists. Come to think of it, I've never really come here at all that much. Let's see. Excuse me. You rang? Yes, could I speak with you for a moment? I know you don't know me. Permission granted. Thank you. Don't mind him. He always gets a little carried away. Right. So you're Avi, an author, and Cersei here is your guide. Indeed. Great to meet you, Sato. I've actually heard talk about you from around the island. Oh, really? It seems we've become quite famous around these parts. I'd say we're more on the infamous side, but sure. I heard you were searching for a mermaid. Is that true? Oh, tell me, young lady, do you perchance know of a mermaid? Because if you do, you must tell. Sorry. I'm afraid I don't know anything about any Pacific mermaids. Oh, please don't look so disappointed. I feel bad now. You see, I'm rather interested in mermaids, so I was hoping I could ask you a little more about them. Now you both look disappointed and annoyed. Did I do something wrong? Well, the last person who asked the same thing nearly cursed us to death. What? Indeed. The people of this island are nothing but trouble. I've had enough of it. You're the same, aren't you? You're just after immortality like everyone else. Admit it! Well, I need to steer the conversation toward the Tamatobako. What should I say? Deny. No, not at all. You've got it all wrong. Oh, then why are you after a mermaid? Well, I want to thank one. You see, I want to find a mermaid because I need to thank them. Oh, fascinating. Don't tell me. You were once saved by one in the past? No, not quite. Then what do you need to thank one for? I'm sorry. I made that up. I just want to find and meet one, that's all. Oh, so that's your only reason. So, do mermaids really exist? As it happens, 400 years ago, there was an island near here called Taishima. There are legends that tell of 3 mermaids who lived there, Hayase, Soba, and Nagame. Nagame is dead, Soba is back in Ryugu, and Hayase, well, you've met her once before. Oh, so there were 3? But sadly, even after all our painstaking research, we've confirmed that meeting any of the 3 is now hopeless. What? No way! So my advice on meeting mermaids is this, and this alone. It's time to give up, unless you happen to know things we don't, of course. Oh, I see. You see, that's why we decided to give up on the Issei Bay mermaids, take in the sights of Kamishima, and head home. There are mermaid legends scattered all across the world. We'll have all the time in the world to begin the search anew. Oh, so it really is that hopeless. So it really is that hopeless, I bonked the mic. Plus, we can't linger on this island much longer anyway. Cersei's condition and duties are also starting to be an issue, you see, so we must be taking our leave here. Hold on. Wah wah. They left. Damn, that was no good. Time to try again. Yes, I must become immortal. Everything depends on it. You know anything, I sincerely ask you to tell me. Ha! There it is, your true colors, I knew it! You think I just hand over the tobacco I struggled so hard to obtain? Tobacco. Please, I need it. Please, I need it no matter what. Oh, look at the fire in those eyes. Looks like there's more to this. Very well, tell me your tale, if it rouses my spirit as an author. Then I might be persuaded to hand the box over. Really? Alright, let me explain. Yeah, tell the truth. I'll tell you, but you have to promise that you won't tell anyone else about this. Of course, I swear it. My lips are sealed tighter than a well-corked bottle. Is that supposed to be reassuring? Don't worry. We won't go breaking any promises. Alright then. Where do I even start? The truth is, I am what's known as an 800-year immortal. I am already immortal. Huh? What? Is that all true? Wait, are you trying to say that you're the Osata from Kusawa, the real one? Yes, that's probably me. Whoa! So that's why you're doing all this? Wait, no way, are you being serious? Yes, completely serious, which is why I need the tobacco no matter what. You realize what you're saying is crazy, right? Anyone else would be dead against it. Please, all I need is that tobacco. Avi, what do you think? Are you sure you're alright with this? I can hardly call it sane. Yes, this is what I want more than anything. Very well. In that case, amazing. Such stunning spirit. I'll be happy to support that resolve even if I stand alone. It must be the reason I found the tobacco in the first place. Here, take it. Oh, thank you so much. Hell yeah. Now that we know the situation, it only makes sense for you to have it. You should have just said so sooner. That said, I would also like to know how things turn out, so be sure to let us know, okay? Of course, I won't forget this kindness as long as I live, which apparently is not very long. Huh, think nothing of it. But that means I should apologize to you, Cersei, after all that trouble we went through to get it. Well, you seemed enthused enough about this turn of events. If you're happy with your choice, I don't mind. Also, I'm sure you already know, but you still need mermaid flesh. I know. I'll figure something out. Oh, zero lead on a mermaid. I'm intrigued, but I'll leave it at that for now. One more thing. Carrying the tobacco may drive some unsavory types. Be careful. Oh, I don't like the sound of that. Well, we're heading back to the mainland to look for them anyway. Ah, yes. After sightseeing on Kamishima, we were supposed to return post-haste. I see. Well, thank you, and good luck. Okay, that went well. And now we go to the Minakuchi residence. Hello? Is anyone home? Who am I kidding? I know no one is here. A built-in cupboard fitted snug against the wall. You can tell it's been here a long time. These kind of cupboards help the room feel less cramped, and I was so impressed the first time I saw one. Modern design, sir, is smart. The inside, though, is a bit messy, so you tend to toss anything in there to get it out of the way. That's just how it'd be. A glass sliding door that leads to an outdoor spot to dry laundry. It doesn't get much sun, though. I've visited this room so many times while helping to look after Suyu. The owner's away, but people on this island don't usually lock up all that tightly. I've also been asked to come while they were out to help with chores, so by now I know the place well. This is the Minakuchi family altar. There are memorial tablets for Suyu's husband, her sons Hosuke, and their their daughter-in-law Mari here. I'm sure she never expected they all go before her. It must have been hard to deal with. At least she still has some Yuza. A calendar handed out by the local association. There's one at the Wakamura's place too. This one is still showing last month though. There's a circle around the day that marks Yuza come home. She must have really been looking forward to it. An altar shelf. Buddhist objects and keepsakes are neatly arranged on it. It has something Suyu once showed me. Here it is. There is something about it. I can't put my finger on what. Oh, is this one of the, This is a mermaid scale from Soba. It really is just as beautiful as ever. I shouldn't just take it, so let me put it back on the shelf where it belongs. We'll need that. Okay. We'll need that, but we need to ask her, it seems. Okay. This chest of drawers is mostly just Suyu's clothes. I've helped put away the laundry, so I have a rough idea what goes where, but they're still her personal things, so I shouldn't open it while she's not here. All sorts of things are scattered on the floor here. Even with this much storage, people leave things lying around. Still, I guess some things never change. People are people are people, right? Okay, I'm here. Okay, we will need that, but we... Oh, did I need to go there first, maybe? While Suyu was still there? Okay, there's something else I'm missing here, too. Hello. Oh, hello. That's interesting. I sense something peculiar about you. Huh? You do? It's definitely strange, but I can't quite put my finger on it. Are you really human? I think so. Hey now, Cersei. That's an awfully rude thing to say to someone. Do forgive her. She still doesn't quite know how to start a conversation. No, it's fine. Wow, her blonde hair is so beautiful. I've never seen it in person before. And her outfit's also unusual. Maybe it's traditional clothes from her country. No, I don't think it is, but it is very cute. Now that I think about it, this is my first time meeting someone from overseas. They do feel quite different somehow. I can't quite put it into words. Sorry. No, really, it's fine. It's a table. One of those really low tables that's perfect for flipping over. I know because I see it on TV all the time. But with nothing on it, there's no point in flipping it over, is there? So true. A household shrine for the sea god. Almost every home around here has one. Before heading out to sea, everyone always stops to pray here first. Once they come back safe, they pay respects again to give thanks. A light with a wooden frame. Looks like the design evolved from those old lamps with paper shades. I'm glad this older look still turns up here and there. It's familiar. Oh, what's this? Mockingbird 04. Toot and Teal. Oh, we'll learn about them soon. Okay, so we're missing something here. I don't think we have what we need to progress. Okay, I'm here. Okay, I don't really know. Because, I mean, we obviously have to get the scale, but we're missing something. Oh yeah, let's take a look. Oh! She's in love with him, but it's not mutual. A senior member of the Bamboo Breakers dance team, she was scouted after they were inspired by her lightning-quick movements and rocketing upwards in surprise at having the music blasting from the boombox. Having been next nest neighbors with tit for tat since they were hatchlings, the two remain good friends to this day. Oh, I see. She loves many people. Oh, interesting. Okay, so I think that's where I'm going to leave it for today. We've learned a lot of information. I'm going to... It annoys me so much they're not fully completed. But I don't have the information I need for this yet. And there's something here I'm missing, I suppose? I don't know. Maybe there's information that can only be gleaned if I'm missing stuff, but I don't know. I'll figure that out later, though, I think. But we'll continue at it next time, and maybe I'll look up a walkthrough just to see if, like, these are things that I can do yet, or if I just wait for the very end. I don't know yet. I'll figure that out later. But, yeah, that's where I'm going to leave y'all for today. And next time, we'll continue at it, and maybe we'll solve the mystery and stop the curse of the raging waves once and for all. But I don't know yet, so who can say? Alright, have a good one, guys. Bye!